welcome back. We are going to be playing Victoria 3, and we are going to be playing as the United States of America, starting a new run where we are going to go both communist and anarchy, and we're going to make a communist anarchy hellscape. We will be doing it through the economics dominance mode, because if you complete all this stuff, you do get the Tycoon achievement. There's two other achievements you can get as the United States. There is the going and taking California, Oregon, and Washington and having 250k pop. You get Go West, my son, and then Star Swarmed Banner having 100 states incorporated. So we'll try and get those as well. So a lot of what we will be doing is trying to do a lot of this industrial stuff, because we need to empower a certain interest group to do both communism and as well as anarchy. I found this a little bit interesting. The only interest group that supports anarchy at the start, is the trade unions. So we will have to make them really strong. You get minus 50% authority, plus 1 universal pop strength, and minus 75% political strength from wealth. So power to everyone, and plus 10 legitimacy. This seems really bad and a meme. And then the second thing we are going to be going for is a command economy. And so we have to get central planning in order to do this. It gives us more authority, more tax capacity, and subsidies are mandated. So we will see how this is done. This is the only economic system I haven't experimented with, which is a large part of why we want to do this run. We are going to be here for a bad time, not a long time. Okay, actually, we got to fix up our economy a little bit. First thing we're going to do is we're going to up the taxes, we're going to put in a consumption tax on services, and then we are going to build a ton of construction. Now, knowing that we can get the Civil War, it makes me want to focus most of the construction in the capital in order to avoid potential problems. Alright, that should be a decent amount, and then after we do that, we will need to work on some other stuff. We will need to add in some wood. Now, what should we do in terms of other stuff in passing laws? Well, we want to get rid of slavery, I suppose. And, no migration controls. Total separation, local police force. We don't want local police force, we want dedicated police force. Maybe eventually militarized police force. We definitely want to stick with protectionism, or even potentially isolationism. But switching to isolationism seems like a hot mess. What's expensive in our market? Okay. We'll import from them for now. I'm sure we can declare a ton of interests. No, we already have a bunch declared. Well, I think we want to do a lot of trade with Austria. We're going to declare an interest there, like that. And then I don't think we want this interest or this interest. We're going to go Hokkaido, and also I don't think I need Russia's capital. And this will allow us to have a little bit better trade routes once that finishes. Let's quickly go through our PMs and see. I think we want to use precision tools. Sometimes you start with PMs that don't quite make sense. Also, in terms of budget, we're going to up military wages. We currently don't have a lot of military wages, and this will make the IG happier with us, as well as make them fit Worcester versus Georgia. Okay, well, Andrew Jackson doing Andrew Jackson things. He said, go west. Ow. The Trail of Tears has begun. We have input shortages. Let's take a look at what. Of iron. Now. We'll just import it from everyone, and then we will sort out the most effective one later. Another thing that we are going to be eating a lot of is wood. because we are building a ton of stuff, so we will import that from the Russians. We are building a ton of construction industries which use wood and fabrics, so we will look to make wood cheap in our market, and fabric. Okay. Which should actually make... Yeah, so we're seeing our income shoot up. That's because construction goods are... Well, actually, because our construction filled out. Okay, so I think we could build even more construction. I will try and build it in states that I don't think are going to... I'm not sure exactly the best way to go about getting rid of slavery. This is not a run I have tried before. We will actually just finish building up there and build a couple in a couple different states. I think we can build a lot more construction, and then after this we are going to build some logging camps, and we will sort by where has the most peasants and just build wherever doesn't have one that has a lot of peasants. Which seems like a reasonable metric to me. Because we want to drive the price of wood down. Now, we also probably want to have our own domestic iron industry. Focusing on the north, because I think the south might get mad at me, given my intended activities. I think we should do some diplomacy as well. I'm gonna just, since I'm streaming, I'm just gonna try and keep this going, which will give me a lot of anxiety. Alright, we want to improve relations with Austria and Russia, I guess, and maybe Great Britain. And then Mexico, we don't like you. Because Manifest Destiny. Suppose this guy we might also have a problem with. He's a puppet of the UK, so... that might complicate things down the road. Let's see if we have special journal entries. I assume we're going to, because... Alright, Texan statehood. Relations between Texas and US are greater than or equal to 20, so we will improve relations with him. The whaling industry, do we have any whaling? Ooh, we got split PMs here. So if we switch to intensive grazing, we should make enough to do this, maybe. Oh, baby. The abolitionist martyrdom. An ardent abolitionist writer who died in a firefight against a pro-slavery mob who had gathered in front of his house. The story has gone national and radicalized previously apathetic individuals to a high and low. His friends sighed. The funeral had been small, lest... Wait. The funeral had been small, lest the mob appear again in force. The gravestone itself was simple, not calling attention to itself. Oh, big sag. The only embellishment had been allowed a simple inscription. Here lies a brave man. Now spare his grave. Well, we're going abolitionist. Let them celebrate. Or maybe the party will never end. No, we're gonna let them celebrate. Okay. So now... the southern plantations will radicalize off of this, and I'm certain this will cause... well, let's see. If completed... well, sounds like we want to get rid of the Missouri Compromise. I'm not sure if it causes a rebellion instantly or not. Alright, we're gonna need to expand tools a lot. We're gonna kick some of these up to the top. and look at our PMs, because everything's probably just, like, super messed up at the start. Yeah, like, why we just enter the game with a bunch of shortages? This seems, and, like, way short on buy orders of, Unreal. Alright, so... Oh, you know what it is? I think I know what it is. We start off with steel frame construction. I didn't even consider that we would. Yeah, so we're gonna switch to this. And now we're gonna switch some of these back over to iron frame. Not Maryland, though. Or New York. Okay. Yeah. We just kicked our own economy because we didn't closely examine stuff. Okay. So our construction goes down by a lot, but so does construction goods. Now, let's take a look at our market. No shortages. Perfect. We're going to need to dramatically increase the number of tools. Let's look at our current PMs for tools and other stuff. I don't think we're using the boom booms yet, so we can wait on that. We start using... okay. We're using steel tools at the start, which means we will need to... Do we have a steel industry? We do. How are they doing? Not so great. Now, if I recall correctly, who's the Democratic Party? Yeah, I think we want the Democratic Party out because they have the landowners in them. So we will also kick up to the front a couple steel. An election coming up soon. Hey man, hey Time Dog. USA does seem a little daunting, but I'm intending on making it an absolute hellscape, so that doesn't make too big a difference in terms of how daunting it is. I'm not the best at checking chat, so just an apology / warning in advance. Alright, Chief John Ross, one of the principal Cherokee chiefs, has presented the petition to Congress asking them to void the treaty which compelled the Cherokee Nation to relocate to Indian Territory. His petition has almost as many signatures as the entire Eastern Cherokee population. Well, we have Andrew Jackson in office, so you know what we're doing. So yeah, the game plan is going to be making it an absolute hellscape of communist anarchy. Because I haven't tried a command economy yet, and I thought the funniest nation to try it with would be the US, so that is the game plan. We're actually going to start colonizing down here, because they have gold there, and in Hokkaido, for the same reason. So, yeah, I made my economy, like, implode for, like, a half minute when I just built a bunch of construction centers, not knowing that I start off with iron frame buildings, and I was, like, making wood and fabric. I was like, wait a second, why do I have massive shortages of iron? Charles Finley, leader of the Evangelicals, has proposed outright banning slavery in all our new Western territories. Well, so, here's the thing. If we make the landowners really like us, then we can revoke slavery without provoking a revolution, right? Whatever. I'm not gonna abide by the slavery. Okay. What is expensive? Clothes. Tools are really expensive. Hardwood's expensive. I think we could probably switch everything over to hardwood. We just have so much, like, stuff to start with that I am not aware of the current situation on, but, yeah. Okay. Yeah, actually, good point. I mean, we are trying to make a hellscape. Also, I don't have as much experience with civil wars. It seems like civil wars are actually pretty good, so why don't we, after this next tick, whether or not it passes, we're going to switch to abolishing slavery. Alright. Let's abolish slavery. Or we could switch to slave trade. That would be the really funny one. Well, funny in a way. We are improving relations with Texas to pop the event that, once this gets over 20, I think we can get them to join us. Thought about just declaring war on them, though. Maybe we're supposed to puppet Mexico. Yeah, so we could just switch to regular, like, full slavery. I already got an event that asked, like, oh, what do you want to do? Do you want to make Andrew Jackson a abolitionist, or do you want to make someone else a slaver? And so we did that. So New York has sufficient tax capacity, and we need more stuff. Just kind of looking through. I have not done a practice run of this, so I have no idea any of the PMs that, like, are starting out with the US. I think we'll do this. Generally speaking, we want to use PMs that are gonna make the landowners weaker, at least right now. Yeah, I think we just want to make a lot of tools and and import our iron and do steel and try and get off the ground like that. We do have steel and tools in there. We have an election result. Who won? The Whigs, I think? So we want to take them out of government, put these guys in government. But first, let's see who all opposes the banning of slavery. Intelligentsia, rural. The rural we have to take out of gov. Evangelicals, trade union. We are bolstering the trade union. That's like the only weird thing we're doing at the start. So we're going to do this. And we're going to put in the Industrialists, I guess. Because we're going to want to pass stuff later with them. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, for provoking the Civil War, I think, like, you're, like, on track to get the Civil War. I'm a little surprised that nothing's popped up. They should make the event, I don't know, they should make it more of a challenge. It feels like it's not. Maybe I'm going to get an event that's really going to suck. Well, don't want to lose authority. We have excess money, so... Oh no, we gotta wait until we have a really big surplus, and then we're gonna... Fugitive slave. Yeah, we're gonna free him. We're gonna try and provoke the landowners into a civil war. I'm not sure we win. We're gonna also... I think make a couple divisions in our capital. Yikes. How is my government so legitimate? So I think that I have a start with parliamentary, I start with presidential republic, which has reduced legitimacy penalty from the size of the government, and so I can have more people in government all at once and still be pretty legitimate. If we take I think it also matters that they won the election, like the Whig Party won, but the main reason is because, like, if you're used to playing with monarchy, you don't have this bonus. I actually really like parliamentary republic because you could just put everyone in your government, and then like just still crank out like legitimacy, like a ton. Raising concerns. Petite bourgeoisie, we do not empower them. We hate the bourgeoisie because we're going full commie. Yeah, I think actually after this we will like want to not build resources because we want to get as many machinists as possible. Hell yeah, brother. We got our civil war brewing. They will get a full civil war. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we want to build arms industry here, I think. You know what? It's probably gonna trigger, like, we're not gonna have time. So we are woefully unprepared for this. So let's see. We want to make a barracks. Our barracks are already cool using sharp PMs. I don't think we can change the PMs. It is a bit unfortunate that they are going to have all of our guns at the start. So we actually are going to trigger a civil war here. And it will be just the south. And I think we have to actually switch these PMs to like just use... There's no way we're going to have enough ammo. And we'll keep these elite. I suppose we could delete some of the Virginian arms factories. No, we can't delete them now, because they're in rebel hands. Alright, we're gonna have ourselves a rootin' tootin' civil war. Let's see, where else do we have arms industries? New York. Okay, so it's not like apocalyptic, it's just like bad. I mean, Andrew Jackson's not in office anymore, but we don't like government expenses. I feel like we'll give you something later, somewhere down the road. But we want to start with the motor industries too. We're going to look at our trade routes. Going to protect domestic supply of some of our basic inputs. And ammo. We're gonna need ammo in just a sec. Oh, we're gonna stop exporting it. We start off with like... a bunch of trade routes. Oh no, revolution! Convention of pro-slavery states have declared their independence from us as the Confederate Aristocratic Revolt. Their union has been challenged but will not yield so easily. A house divided cannot stand. Oh, we can switch to the Confederates. I will not do that. I think that we don't want to run slavery given how we want to do stuff later on. We'll mobilize our generals. Winfield Scott. We'll put on that front. That's a huge front. Not sure our arms industries will finish in time. Yeah, there's the Civil War. A rootin', tootin', fruitin', good time shooting Civil War. Oh, can we sway? We could sway the British. I wonder what they will want from us. Might need another munition plant. We only have one, but maybe one's okay. Let's see how many. Let's see how many. We can conscript 171. We're actually gonna need the British's help, I think. Offer obligation. Well, worst case scenario, they pull us into their market. I think we do want them. Emancipation Proclamation. With the support of with the supporters of slavery in the rebellion, we can issue a proclamation to free all slaves in rebellious territories. Hell yeah, brother. Wow, it seems like... Do you want to shoot yourself in the foot or not? Alright, we banned slavery. And now... we are going to... probably property and women here. More no police over the police force. Don't want laissez-faire because we're going to be going communism eventually. Guaranteed liberties could be nice. But we're going to go property and women first. Hey Nikor, I should try online, like playing with other people. I don't know, the game seems like really not balanced for that sort of thing. But like, I think it's, we'll wait till it's about halfway through here. Oh, we're gonna lose so much money. We're gonna see if we need to recruit a general now. I think we could just leave the Japan guys. So, what else do we need to focus on? We're gonna be getting our industry up and going. Beijing Sichuan. Oh no. What? Beijing Sichuan front? But that's not a front for us. Wait, I'm so confused. Small arms have gotten real expensive, but I think we're kind of gonna get them in time for the war a little bit. I wonder if we should move the capital away from here. Oh man, it's like the Civil War all over again. Tunis is tough. Your laws that you start out with. So my first run I did a Tunis run, and the laws you start off with really suck. I suppose you have right of assembly, but Tunis was actually the first state to abolish slavery in North Africa, historically speaking. But, you know, you start with traditionalism, which is the really bad one, and serfdom, and land-based taxation, and, like, these three are just, like, the triplet of, like, suckage. And I think that, yeah, your guy you start off with is landowner, which, like, anything else is better. We are gonna have a bad time. Wow, it takes so long for us to mobilize. I did not realize. Or maybe we need a different... We need another general. Oh, I'm stupid. I got distracted talking about Tunis. Intelligentsia, sure. Midwest Intelligentsia, sure. Yikes. This might turn out real bad. We're gonna slow down the... I've been trying to keep the time going at a decent pace, but... we are, experiencing some pain. I guess we will recruit some guys in New York. Well, our guys should be better armed, especially once these smaller armed things finish. Maybe we'll be in okay shape. It's almost like the Civil War was really tough for the United States. But if they take Maryland, that would actually be catastrophic. We might need to restart in the first hour. Alright, looks like it's starting to even out a little bit. Let's double check. Do we have generals? We don't have a Great Plains general, so maybe there's people, and we shouldn't have any La Plata guys. Right, the Great Plains general doesn't have any guys. Looks like we're losing slightly. So we are going to put some New Yorkers at the top of the queue for this. Let's take a look. Yeah, we have an advantage in equipment. I think it's gonna wear them down as long as they don't take the capital. Especially once that gets up there. Check the battles. They're not going. This one's not going too well, but it's going really slow. It's because that one's a very lopsided engagement, though. Let's check this battle. This one, we're pushing them in. And it's, we have an advantage. I think that, I don't know what PM they have set to their guys, but we could actually, now, if we use our big boy brain, we can import small arms as well. Just everyone. We'll delete them later. Yeah. And then that, yeah, instantly stuff starts changing. Well, not this one, but... Although I suppose if they take... It'll be really bad if they take the capital, which, I'm better off on defense. That's probably true. At least for now, until, like, I wind stuff up. I have a pretty big advantage here. Actually, I'm going to advance here. And just hold here. Where am I from? I think the best answer is Southern California. I was born in Chicago, though, or outside, in the suburb outside Chicago. Yeah. The fact that my guys are getting equipped and theirs are not is going to make a huge difference here. I think I might be interested in getting rid of National Militia. I guess I haven't played around with it much. Let's take a look. Just ups conscription a whole ton. But like, I don't know if you want to fight wars via conscription a lot. And we're gonna want to expand into Mexico. I don't know, I think we want the workers of the world to unite. Oh, now we have a huge advantage, so we're gonna switch to advancing. Up the speed a little bit. Yikes. Oh, we can't hire because we have all these conscripts out. That's probably... Yeah, I do think... I don't like national militia, is what I think. Whoa, wait, why are they getting... Oh, we're getting plus 83 from Great Britain. I actually had the most annoying war today where I had, was it Dutch East Indies on my side? And I was fighting, like, the British and, like, some small colony, and they had 17 British troops, and I was playing Japan, and I couldn't push into it, like, at all, because the British troops were too good, and the Dutch East Indies were just set on hold ground, so I just had to wait 4 years until the UK capitulated, because there were no war goals against them, and then I could push. I guess I could conscript like that, but I think, like... I don't know, I think domestic violence is grounds for divorce. We're trying to do the Anarchy communist hellscape, so anything is grounds for divorce. Uh-oh. That's... not good. Oh no, wait, that's good. That's real good. Yeah, it was just a very obnoxious war. The duel. Zach Taylor versus Eli Peel. Why don't we say we should put a stop to it? Both these guys are current generals. Generals. So booze and croissants are expensive. Have to be unproductive. Importing clothes, I don't want to do that. I want to import the base goods. Protecting domestic supply. Who is exporting? I am exporting fabric. That seems like not what I want to be doing. And importing wood. They are sending me that. Importing sugar if I need it, I guess. Who's taking guns from me? I suppose I'm being sent just all these... I could protect domestic supply, I guess. workshops? Yeah. We are just gonna... We probably are only gonna... Well... Yeah, we gotta... I'm trying to rush communism as fast as possible. You like my gameplay in this run, or... I'm gonna keep going here. I just started the stream. But... Alright. We have an American route. We are importing... Importing all this seems not terrible. Oh, we're exporting a ton of artillery? Or a little bit of artillery to a ton of people. I want to protect hardwood. Yikes. The Pain Town. What are we paying so much for? Construction goods? Yeah, but we're not going to stop building, so what are we paying so much for? Military wages have gone way up. Conscription centers. Well, this war should be over soon. Hopefully I won't need to go into negative. I guess we should kind of make a game plan for laws, though. In order to pass command economy, we don't even have the right tech, but I think... Oh, no one even supports it. But what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to switch to PMs that use, like, as many machinists and, what's the other one? There's another one. Machinists and... I thought there were engineers. There we go. But really machinists, which is like really high like tech, and so Hearts of Iron's alright. I like Europa Universalis a lot more than Hearts of Iron. I like the Millennium Dawn mod for Hearts of Iron quite a bit. I suppose we don't need these barracks now. So these trade routes aren't productive. Can we have other productive iron ones? We just have too much iron in there already. We're losing interest. I think we lost great power status. That must have been it. The American Civil War, yeah, we're doing that right now. Thanks. Tejas. Oh, we gotta be out of the market thing. Oh, something they changed very recently. This, like, we were both complaining about this earlier today, I think. Is now it says how much infrastructure you have remaining in the place. Like +8 infrastructure. See where it says +35, which I suppose is pretty significant because I'm about to build over a whole bunch in Maryland. So actually, I gotta cancel all these food industries and we'll just do them all in Ohio instead. Everyone knows they like food in Ohio. We got property women. Oh yeah, brother. We love to see it. We eventually will want some sort of social security, but right now we're kind of not doing so right. Good. Suppose we could do censorship if we wanted another civil war. Seems reasonable. Theocracy, Jesus. Well, we can't pass Anarchy yet. I mean, might as well. Well, we're just gonna speed run civil rights here. What's sick? Alright, we have forest. I mean, you would downsize construction centers, but I think I might build some more. We're actually going to take a look at construction good prices, though, because, let's see, it's mainly wood, and we're going to see if we can import some wood. Yeah, right now we have a wood shortage. So, we're just going to pause. I wish we could use just the iron frame, but we are going to import wood. Because it won't be expensive once we like fix the shortage. Or well, we're gonna have to have the demand be on in order to do it. And why do you have? This is probably from Devastation that they have this. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna resume now. And this will be painful, but it will adjust, I think. GM. As we bring wood prices down, so I guess we'll also... Because we just added a whole bunch of construction centers from here, basically. This is such a weird event. Northerners in the state of Mississippi have been targeted by locals who denounce them as troublemakers and exploiters. Writers and orators in New Hampshire, however, have demanded that the government protect the Northerners. I think we denounced the Southerners because they just had a giant revolution against us. Texas statehood event. Welcome to America. Texas won its independence and now it's with us. I almost said Mexico. Wrong timeline. Oop. Really wrong timeline. The infrastructure update. Oh yeah. Oh, you're from Tunis? That's so awesome. Yeah, so like I'm just a huge fan of Hannibal Barca, and so in every single Paradox game, I like always play as like Tunis or whatever it is, and try and like remake Carthage, and so that's what I did. That's why I did that on my first run, and so like it's very easy in Imperator to do well as Tunis, and it just gets progressively harder every game afterwards. But yeah. So that's why I did the run. 100%. Maybe I'll do Tunis run for, like, if there's a single country, there's like 2 countries that I would maybe just do a run for in every single one of the games, and Tunis is one of them. Coalition of former Confederates and Confederate sympathizers have won the control of North Carolina's state government through means fair and foul. That's such a nice turn of phrase. Means fair and foul. Threatening the ongoing Reconstruction. North Carolina gets, you know, we're gonna do hard-nosed antebellum, pro-African American everything. We're enacting multiculturalism. We are gonna have to turn down some of the well. We have railways, right? Yeah. Are all these places overbuilt? Oh, I've been building not in the capital, I've been building in Maryland. Which isn't incorporated? What the hell? Wait, what? The South starts not incorporated. I'm so confused. Because the Civil War? Okay, we gotta... Alright, first of all... Didn't notice the District of Columbia is a different thing. And it's not incorporated. That's wild. So I thought I was building in the capital when I was building in Maryland, but I wasn't. Okay. Let's read this instead of small brain. Okay, bring the former secessionist states back into the fold as a fully fledged incorporated state once more. So I have to reincorporate everywhere. Equality for all. African Americans not discriminated against. Perfect. Okay. I should read my journal a lot more. Build using an investment pool. I think I am. Yeah, that's that pool is gone. We're out of there. I do think I'm gonna have to turn off some construction. I think I'm going to. Well, so the thing is, what really sucks is the construction good that's expensive is wood. I suppose we'll wind some down in Maryland, because these ones are still using wood. But I am probably going to deficit spend. And so the reason why I don't have infrastructure in these places is because they're not incorporated. Okay, I know there's a faster way to look at this. Unincorporated territory. I feel like they didn't, not all these places rebelled against me. My capital not being incorporated is absolutely wild. Of course, gonna run into a little bit of a bad time, but I want to incorporate them as fast as possible. This seems like just a bit of tedium, though. I do like philosophy. I majored in philosophy. I have a philosophy degree. I probably have a philosophy degree, actually, is a better way of phrasing it. I have the letter that I received, but I've never opened it. So it's either a philosophy degree or the university I went to just sent me a really hard degree-shaped envelope for some reason. One of the two of those is the case. Unproductive trade routes. Yeah, so we will get rid of all these. And we are not importing wood from them. Why not? I feel like schizophrenic trying to get all these trade routes to work. Alright. Political groups opposed to Reconstruction have been organized. Well, that's not nice. Organize militant units to intimidate voters in North Carolina to restore themselves to power. Well, seeing as we're trying to pass multiculturalism anyways, soon we'll have no discriminated pops, TM. Discrimination will be over soon. I suppose it's actually probably better to radicalize African Americans because they'll de-radicalize once they're accepted pops. Schrodinger's degree. It is Schrodinger's degree. I actually make that exact joke. Calling it a central aspect of a human being is like an interesting statement because it's like a philosophy degree is like kind of just a degree in critical thinking, and to that extent it is, but like a lot of the historical knowledge of philosophy is like not particularly useful, but like thinking critically is useful. Yeah, the bureaucracy deficit is really bad, but we're working on it. Notably, the tax waste is just gone. Like, when you tax your pops less, then the tax isn't just gone. Oh, why did we delete construction? We could have just upped taxes. Terrible. Yeah, so, what are we spending all our authority on? Got it, yep, we gotta keep bolstering the trade unions to do our Hellscape run. But yeah, like, this is just really, this is like pure waste. When you don't tax people, then your pops get it, but this, the pops lose it, and it just goes nowhere. Is my understanding of how that works. Let's take a look at our market and try and, tea, we don't care that it's expensive. I kind of want to move the capital away from there, but now we'll just make clothes. Oh, that's not construction. Guess we'll put it in Illinois. I don't know. We'll kick a couple of these to the top. And take a look at what we're paying so much for. So the wood price is really coming down, so this deficit is really shrinking. And we're enacting multiculturalism. What will be the next step? I guess we're just gotta keep trying to plug along. Alright, we got more stuff. 40 acres in a mule. The war against the secessionists, many enslaved. This is actually, so the thing that all the African Americans should get a mule, this is actually, I think, a reasonable, like, if you wanted to make an argument for, like, reparations, that makes sense. You just calculate the real value of a mule today, and you, like, distribute it to descendants. Because technically that's, like, that's a debt that is owed. In the war against secessionists, many enslaved people believed that once they were freed, they would have the right to own the land they had been forced to work on enslaved. People in South Carolina pressed the issue with local authorities who were turning to us for direction. And so we're going to radicalize the African Americans because we're passing this, hopefully, soon. Alright, we'll do that as well. Do I like history? I like a history of Carthage. I know a little bit. I'm a little bit of a weeb. Like, I'm a sucker for the Three Kingdoms period of China. I've read the, like, 2,500 page book several times. So, there's that. But, like, I'm not an expert on history. I actually know a lot about Carthaginian history, but that's kind of it. Like, some people, like, really know stuff, like, backwards and forwards, and it's just incredibly impressive, and that's not me with, the, like, history. Do we have tax capacity needed somewhere? No. So I guess we'll just find a place that has a lot of peasants. Got an event noise. Yep. And hopefully this tick for multicultural. An African-American voice. Intelligentsia have been championing the passing of multiculturalism, starting with their ranks. An African-American politician may take over leadership of the fight for the culture's acceptance in the United States. Who thinks... Does anyone want to take a guess who this is? Sending messages to others is part of it, but only... but it is not the only reason. We need to reevaluate who is truly capable of deserving of certain positions in our organization, who have passed over and ignored in less enlightened times. If we succeed, all of the United States will do the same. Anyone want to take any guesses? I'm going to take a guess. Oh no, wait. So we're going to get rid of Henry Clay. My guess is Frederick Douglass. Yeah, it's a shame there isn't, like, more Hannibal. I'm shocked that there's not, like, a Western adaptation of, like, Hannibal, given how, like, central Hannibal is in a lot of, like, because he's, like, the boogeyman of Rome, and that's, like, why there is a history. Like, most of Carthage's history has just completely been erased, and is, like, painstakingly, like, reconstructed, but the Hannibal himself was the boogeyman, because he's the last great enemy of Rome. And, you know, Oh, I actually have something you'll get a kick out of. So, my, was it? You might notice my picture on here is actually a picture of Hannibal. Or my picture, like, my avatar, whatever. And it's of this, which is a poster in my room. And it's of Hannibal Barca. And of course he has the Obama coloration for Yes We Can. Except instead of Yes We Can, it's Yes We Canne, which refers to the Battle of Cannae, where Hannibal Barca, oh, maybe that wasn't in the frame. Hannibal Barca killed like half of all the Roman, or like it's like 20% of all the Roman adult male population. It's like 20% or 50%. Did I hit Frederick? Was it Frederick Douglass? I didn't even. I got excited about my. Oh, James Bowman. Wasn't Frederick Douglass. But, that's like one of the few decorations I have in my room that's not like, intellectually oriented. No, the Great Patagonia Earthquake. Yeah, we're not paying for that. Oops. We're reconstructing it at home. Alright, we're going to start setting some automatic expansion. We're going to auto-expand. Here, we're also going to turn on canneries. How's that? Did we just discover canneries? Yeah. We could probably... set this to skirmish infantry and mobile artillery. It's a unique region to be fascinated with. Well, so Hannibal Barca, so in terms of antiquity, there's like 5 generals that get mentioned, 5-ish generals that get mentioned as being like the greatest general ever. Of course you have Alexander the Great, who I think is overrated, and then you have Hannibal. You have Scipio, who's famous for beating Hannibal. You have Pyrrhus, who's famous for his Pyrrhic victory. And then you have, like, Philip II of Macedon. Something like that. And it's like... The reason why Philip and Alexander the Great were so successful is actually not, like, really their responsibility. It's some guy in Thebes who just decided, hey, it'd be really smart if instead of using these, like, 10-foot spears, we use 18-foot spears. Because then they won't be able to poke us, and we can poke them. And they just had superior military technology, and that's why they rolled through Persia and everywhere. And also, conquering Persia at the time was not as big of an accomplishment as it seemed, because it was just this vast land with, like, the head of the snake, right? And they just, like, severed the head, and then that was it, and then they got all the land. And so it looks impressive from, like, a map painting perspective, but it's not as impressive as what Hannibal or Pyrrhus did. Philip is more impressive than Alexander as well. Alexander just kind of rode the laurels of, like, his father. And so, but, I mean, I could give a little bit of a history lesson. What Hannibal did, I actually, on my other YouTube, I have, like, why I like Hannibal Barca, why I think he's impressive. I might be able to link it in the comments here. Except my laptop on this other computer is like, I'm using another computer instead of another monitor, and it's like a laptop that's like impossibly slow. So here, I'm going to actually pull it up on my main computer. So I'm going to stop for a second to link it, and I'll give a TLDR, I suppose, a little bit. But Hannibal, what I really like about Hannibal is not only like was he one of the great generals of antiquity, but he was very unique in that he kind of did everything right and then he lost, which I think is a very admirable like type quality that's not present in a lot of,
They did talk about how Hannibal Barca is one.
oh, you can hear the video, I'm sure, because I think I have it set to just, like, audio output. Okay, back to the game. But he loses the battle, so Hannibal Barca, first of all, he's very impressive, not just because he's tactically, like, strong, but because... Oh, it isn't working in the description? I will fix that. I'll fix that later. I think I'm okay with radicalizing the African Americans. But what was I saying? I was in the middle of a thought, and then I forgot. Okay, so it wasn't just military tactics, he also had to organize a bunch of different people who came from different backgrounds, because Carthage's army was largely built on the backs of mercenaries, and so it was not really that many Carthaginians. There was, like, Numidian cavalry, and then there was, like, a ton of people from Iberia as well, and then there was some, like, Carthaginians, and I think there was also, like, some from, like, Egypt and, like, Sicily. And so you had this, like, armed force that was just a ragtag bunch of people, and he had to inspire and lead people who all spoke different languages and keep them together. So he was, like, also a master of propaganda in order to, like, do that. And which is one of the reasons he was so feared by all of Rome. And it's like, you compare him to Alexander the Great, who... there's actually a philosopher that's really popular that I think is overrated, and that's, overrated is not the right term, but I think the ideas of Aristotle, a large reason why they spread, has less to do with their quality and more to do with the fact that Alexander the Great spread them to the Middle East, which is how they got reintroduced back after the Dark Ages, and it was, like, on the back of the conquest of Alexander the Great, which is why you were able to, like, spread those ideas of Aristotle as opposed to someone else, and it was because Aristotle was Alexander's teachers. Yeah, and he also just, like, for, like, 2 decades, just won every single battle in Italy. And to be fair, he had a pretty big advantage, because the consuls had 2 years to, like, kind of prove themselves and to get claims, and Hannibal could be a little more patient, so he would bait them into bad situations a lot. But he just, like, with poor support, because Carthage had no navy at this time during the Second Punic War, with poor support from everyone, he just, like, ravaged the countryside, and, like, he wasn't really getting reinforcements or anything either. He had 1 elephant left for, like, a majority of the war until he lost that elephant. Yeah, let's authorize redistribution. Give him the mule. So. But then, like, you compare it to, like, Alexander the Great, who had, like, his 40,000 hyper-elite troops, and those elite troops just beat a bunch of slaves in Persia, and then they killed the Persian leader, so he just got all this territory, basically, with just 1 battle. And then he tried to push into India, and looked like it's not even that bad. And then his own guys mutinied against him, and he couldn't keep them all together. Like, okay. And they were all Greek, like, they were all nationally, like, the same. And, like, Hannibal was doing it with people who were from all different tribes and stuff. But Alexander the Great was, like, successful, and Hannibal was not. You know, Hannibal failed, and then he went into exile, and Carthage was destroyed. It's an underdog story, but he also loses. I feel like I'm clicking buttons with this. Like, it's just bad events. I assume it's because I'm trying to pass multiculturalism. We can almost afford more building now. Okay. Let's look at the economy. Okay, engines. There's demand for engines. I didn't even realize we had made a demand for engines. So Pennsylvania... I think we actually built engine somewhere? No, we didn't. Yikes, our bad. So Pennsylvania, do you have infrastructure to spare? Will it tell us? Oh, look at this! +8 infrastructure, so good! Alright, we have multiculturalism. Equality for all has been completed. Oh, I guess we should be not clicking buttons as much with these. Is this incorporated? Oh, it's not incorporated because we're currently taking it from them. Yep. Classic America. Yeah, it's an underdog story where they win. One thing I don't like about Hollywood... One thing I don't like about Hollywood is the good guy always wins, and so it makes the individual movie better when the good guy wins. It's like a more satisfying story. But if all the movies, if like 20% of the time the good guy lost, it would make you so much more invested. But it would be bad for the 20% where they lose, because they would make that individual movie worse. So, but overall, Hollywood movies in general, if you knew that they could fail, would be much better. So I'm a big fan of Hollywood movies potentially being rewritten to be like have bad endings for good people. Okay, what's cheap? We have cheap iron. We have cheap wood now because we're importing a ton of it. We don't have cheap iron. We have expensive iron. Let's see if we can import iron. Yeah, we're just importing a bunch of wood. I think we're trying to import iron. Or we were earlier. But it got cancelled. Okay, let's see if we can now. The Austrians, forever our stalwart iron friend. And then we can start turning up some construction. That's not where construction is. Ready to get turned up. And what is this about? It's a pretty big malice. I really don't want to lift this. We're gonna lift it for the sake of the run. The memes. The ends justify the memes. We are not gonna stop bolstering our trade unionists. Yeah, they did. They salted the earth. That's like Carthage was like erased. It required so much like archaeological legwork to learn like anything about Carthage. Maybe we can't afford switching over, but we want to build. And so, yeah, what's expensive in our market? Rails are really expensive. Because engines are expensive. Native raids. Well, we actually want, I feel like this is going to spark an event that I don't like, but we're going to do it, because it's the best option. Alright, we're going to try and make the Dixie people happy, to try and get them back in. I'm going to double check that we're working on incorporating them all back in. Unless we misclicked at some point. We misclicked. Oh no. No. They weren't in Dixie though, they were on my side. That's just all the Dixie ones, not like It's the Dixie Chicks, not the Dixie Rebels. Okay. That sucks. North Carolina, I guess? Well, actually they have bad throughput. Ohio. Just do both. Yeah, there's this, I have a Carthage history book called Carthage Must Be Destroyed that I like quite a lot. I've read a few other ones, but the Carthage Must Be Destroyed was a good one. Yeah, like, I like 300 a lot, too. But, like, 300, even they should have ended that movie with Leonidas' death, right? Not, like, an implication that the Xerxes would eventually be defeated. Like, it would have been so nice if just, like, Leonidas just dies under a hail of arrows, and, like, that's then it cuts to credits. That would have been sick. By the way, that's my favorite rom-com. 300. Alright. We could probably... I don't know if there's... We start off with, like, really good laws to begin with. I guess we want to get rid of local police force. We want dedicated. This should pass pretty easy, too. Redeemers. We're just gonna appease the South now. Because I don't want to, like, read too much, because I think it's a little more boring for you guys if I'm just reading a whole ton, which would... That's what I would do normally, is just, like, actually try and figure it out, but... we want this motor industry on the top of the queue as well. Yeah, clothes are so expensive. I think we're importing fabric. We can make a lot more clothes. Why don't we find another place to... place with a lot of peasants that does not have a clothes industry that we are not working on other industries for, that also has... is not one of the reconstruction. Okay, Indiana. So we're gonna build a whole bunch there, and then we're gonna set it to auto-expand. And we're gonna take a look at our event. Alright, so pops aren't discriminated against anyways, I don't think, because we have no discrimination laws, so we don't care, because we have total separation and multiculturalism. Something I found out is you still discriminate when you have freedom of conscience, even if you have, because you have a state religion. Which I was not under the impression, and I was trying to figure out, oh, maybe we have discrimination against women? Probably not. This is America. Okay. I guess we could also look at standard of living. Okay, we're building that in Illinois. And we will set you to auto-expand as well. And then, what else is expensive? Engines, we have a shortage, but we're working on it. Where are we even getting our engines from? I think someone must be exporting it to us. No, motor industries. Where do we have motor industry? God, these states are so annoying. Horrible borders. Okay, we have it in Massachusetts. And it's still trying to get fully employed. Okay, so we are going to try and... We're going to run railways through all this area that has bad infrastructure. And it has bad infrastructure because of... it's not incorporated, I think, but we're just going to run it through anyways. But we're going to... I think we got to finish this... some of this stuff first. Alright, yep, that'll work. Okay, see you later, Nightcore. That's so cool you're from Tunis, by the way. Oh no, Henry Clay dies! Leader martyred. Okay. The sympathizer of the recent rebellion has taken the life of Henry Clay. Although he was captured after the deed and his co-conspirators were exposed, the death of Clay remains somber. Was this because we didn't get Abe Lincoln and it's executing Clay instead? Well, James Bowman's up to the task. I think. My actual, like, favorite idea for in terms of, like, a Hollywood story, oh yeah, it is 3 in Tunis, yeah, or 4 a.m. Yeah, this is gonna be my streaming schedule, I think, is 5:30 PST to 8:30, something like that. I haven't decided, but I was thinking maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Not this Friday, though. It's nice talking to you, too. If you could recommend anything about Hannibal Barca, like, I'm super down if you have information that I do not. Because he is my absolute favorite. Like, I definitely idolize him more than, like, is coherent or reasonable. But, yeah, so, Time Dog, what is it, the story, the Hollywood story I want to rewrite more than anything else is It's a Wonderful Life. Are you familiar with It's a Wonderful Life? If so, I'll give you the short version. It's like, it feels like it's an American classic, but... Politician died. Oh yeah, Henry Clay, obviously. We don't have much radicals, so we don't care about getting extra radicals from discrimination. I think if we get iron cheap, let's look at our construction goods. A lot of it's iron. Let's take a look at our iron price. We just pay the iron price. Okay. It's kind of expensive. We're trying to import it, but it's not going the hottest. Could probably clean up some trade routes. The cheap wood's pretty important. They're exporting coffee to us, that's fine. Don't think we need to import luxury clothes, but it's a somewhat profitable route. We probably need dyes. We can make sulfur ourselves. Eventually. When do I go live again? I'm planning on Monday, probably next Monday, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, is what I'm thinking. I want to turn on more construction. That's how you get reconstruction done faster, right? You turn on more construction. That's how that works. Yeah, I don't want to make fabric because machinists are not employed in fabric. I want to get as many like machinists and industrial guys as possible. I almost said as fastable. Alright. We get dedicated police force. Hell yeah, brother. Disempower the landowners a bit here. Okay, so we will have to continue working into this. I think we actually want to go to society for a hot second. Okay, we want to unlock the Socialist Party. Oh, and now we're not having infrastructure issues. Suppose I will look in the journal now. The outliner, rather. Michigan's not incorporated? What the fuck? Okay. Might be painful, but I really want to turn on construction. Sugar's super cheap. Engines are coming down a little. Okay. Oh, the trade unionists are influential now. Oh yeah, we got them, boys. Can't put them in government. What laws can we pass? We actually can't do universal suffrage. Might want to switch to appointed bureaucrats. Institute poor laws. I think it's too early. Yeah, I guess we're just sitting on laws. Man, it's so weird playing a run where you just start with like really good laws. Okay, I think our trade routes are kind of set about where we want them. We're working on making paper more expensive. We actually want transportation to be expensive. Are we paying extra for military wages right now? Yeah, let's cut that out. Or actually, it's so little just to make them happy. Suppose we could cut down taxes. They're getting kind of radical in here, so why don't we build up a little bit? Maybe, external, get an event. Oh, this is a country. Probably want to annex them, but it's probably like an American thing. Okay, we need to... It's almost time to crank up the construction some more. And we're gonna do it. We'll build into it. We'll be fine. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at PMs. Because I did not construct all this stuff from scratch, so I don't know. LeBlanc process will make more explosives. We're using nitroglycerin in all of our things. I'm going to build more coal mines and just set them to auto-expand. Oh, we can build coal like everywhere. Holy shit. I guess we'll do this for now. I think we need more government admins as well. So we can incorporate some of these other areas. Yep, we got nice little auto adjustment. It spiked up and then we ordered more guys. Gunfight at the Corral. Allman in Maryland engaged in a shootout with several cowboys. The following investigation has revealed the gunfight was likely due to a personal feud between American marshals and citizens involved rather than pursuit of law. People are demanding justice. Well, I think we could take the authority hit, so we'll do that. Because we have a lot of authority left over. Currently only using it to empower the trade unions. Generalist. Looks like things are coming along kind of nice. Whoa, what was that spike about? Delaware. But I don't think we have any discriminated pops now. Stay with the Unholy Alliance for now. We are here for a bad time, not a long time. Man, clothes are expensive. I think we canceled exports or imports for clothes, and this is why we're suffering now. Fish is kind of also expensive. Let's build some fisheries as well. We'll build them in reconstructing states. We will set all of our coal mines to auto-expand. Definitely want all sawmills. All hardwood, I guess. Are we paying subsidies on the rails? We are now, so we want to start turning on some of these PMs. Which will make the landowners less money, but we are trying to get the price of rail transport up so that we don't have to pay subsidies. It's probably okay for now. We'll see this number go down. Because when there's more demand for transportation, the railways make more money. When they make more money, they require less subsidies. How do we get does not have unrate constructed state? Is an incorporated state. Okay, so I'm going to go to the outliner and take a look at all of our not incorporated state, unincorporated territory. Maryland is cranking along. Michigan is cranking along. Delaware is cranking along. Wisconsin, I think we added. What about Iowa? Yeah, okay. So everything should be coming up. And I think we can expand construction again. We're now all at iron frame buildings. Perfect. I think we're gonna put them here. Kinda doing a lot of building around this area. Maybe that's a little a few too many construction centers, but I think we'll be fine. We have a gold reserve of 500k. And the landowners are going to be strong as hell for a while, because there's so much farming. Why aren't they in here? Are they... oh, they're... because we clapped them. That's why. Alright, that makes sense. I think we are going to need more tools. So I'm going to try and set up several automated places to make tools. So in New York and Maryland, I'll set them to auto-expand. And then I will make another place. I'm going to sort by peasants. Find the place that has the most peasants that I haven't started building something like this in. Because Kentucky is okay. Set it to auto-expand. I guess we already did put food industries into Kentucky, but okay. Redeemers. I don't care about the throughput, but let's talk with the leaders instead, I guess. Seems reasonable to talk. Let's see what are poor people consuming that is expensive clothes. So I think it's just we're going to keep cranking out more clothes. We can actually make clothes really cheap because we are producing a ton of cotton. Makes sense. I guess we'll build it up in Massachusetts and set it to auto-expand. Oh, we have sewing machines now. Herp, herp. Let's check our PMs. We're gonna switch to patent stills. I know it said it wasn't profitable, but we're switching anyways. Sewing machines uses more dyes. We have an import for dyes, so that should be able to fix itself. Tools can withstand that. We're gonna need more tooling, well. We are going to want to put an arms industry in the capital at least. That's just going to kind of be a little bit of a safety valve. Actually, we really don't need it right now though, so... God, this is miserable, like, the way that, like, it's like, oh, Delaware's right here. I'm complaining about how everything's all clumped together. Alright, groceries are expensive as hell. We did that. That's okay. Build more in Ohio. I guess we'll put some in Maine too. Set Maine to auto-expand. Let's actually see if we have... Yeah, we're gonna have... America's gonna have a bunch of special, unique bonuses when the rest of the world's just struggling. So whaling and logging is good in Maine, so we will set you to auto-expand. And set you to auto-expand. Vermont, oh, you get such good wood. New Hampshire is gonna be the whaling and logging again. Alright, carpetbaggers. I think we want to protect Delaware. I'm not sure why talking to the leaders, like, it's not a choice, it's like all upside, it seems to me. Nationalism is unlocked. Connecticut, tiny state. Whaling and forests. Nice forests. Hardwood output, but we can't make any wood. That seems reasonable. Ooh, electricity output, that's interesting. Shipyard, throughput. I guess we're just gonna take a look instead of trying to add stuff. Coal mines. Pennsylvania coal mine, perfect. Oh, that's such a big coal mine. Jesus. So it looks like it's gonna have a lot of coal mine type things all through here. Ooh, what's this? Sulfur. I think we needed more sulfur anyways, so... Why do you have a bonus for sulfur, but you can't make sulfur? This doesn't make sense. Was the Mississippi River like a huge bonus? No, it's just the 20 infrastructure, the standard. Great Plains agriculture. Okay, just a bonus in every single territory. Why not? The rest of the world, of course, doesn't need bonuses, just the United States. Alright. Making a ton of this. We are exporting enormous amounts of cotton. I think eventually we want to not be. And we're just raking back some of it to make our stuff cheaper. We get Jack the Ripper right now, kind of annoying. Are we not done with reconstruction? Alright. I should probably read all this stuff more. So yeah, the economy's, I think it's been kind of cranking up a little bit. We want railroads to stay expensive. We probably want them, are we paying subsidies? A little bit. We want them to be a little bit more expensive. So we're going to activate them. A couple more places, or one more place. Which also makes the landowners less money, because they're less profitable with these. Finish the colonization of Hokkaido. Us in Russia, looks like. Plenty of natural resources there, and a permanent interest in Japan. Are gaining strength. Not a lot of people are trade unionists, though. I don't think we can afford minus 10%. We don't want the government expenses. Oh, whatever. They'll approve us less. Maize, we're gonna switch to vineyards. We'll completely switch that over to rails. Oh man, we got the Ripper taken out so quick. Now I think I need Dixie Pops to be happy. Let's start to try and take a look. South Carolina, Virginia, and Alabama are having real problems. We gotta find Georgia. We gotta... Georgia and Connecticut. Connecticut was like up here, right? They're not too bad. And then Georgia's down here. Alright, so we're gonna favor Georgia. Not too much railway need. We got the bastard. We got him. Since it's loyalist and whatever that's important, radicals, furniture. We're gonna put a furniture thing somewhere. Alright, where do we have a lot of peasants? Ohio. We're gonna put our furniture hub in North Carolina and set it to auto-expand. Bessemer process. Don't think we need that at this moment. Yeah, don't make money. Doesn't make money. Explosives, are they expensive? Oh, iron's expensive. So is coal. Coal we're gonna get cheap. Raising concerns. Awesome. So we now get the Socialist Party. Alright, we'll try and let that not spread to us and we'll get nitroglycerin. Because we have a lot of mines too. It seems like fighting the Civil War, or not avoiding the Civil War, would have been much better in retrospect than doing all this Reconstruction business. Oh, we have to make non-Dixie homelands better. God damn it. Big brain hour. So we are gonna stop building in Dixie and start building elsewhere again. Alright. Well, let's look at the radicals. There's radicals in Connecticut, so we gotta fix Connecticut. We'll try and create jobs in non-Dixie states. Indiana. Well, they should have a ton of jobs. Yeah, they just made a bunch of jobs. Virginia, of course, has a bunch of coal. Take a look at our market. I know coal's expensive. We gotta bring down steel. I think we had steel and stuff in Pennsylvania. So this is just a litmus test of, is South Carolina primarily black or not, right? We want more universal political strength, I guess. What do we do? Scope? No, but iron's expensive. I mean, we can start building a bunch of iron mines. Alright, do we have low market access anywhere? Colorado. guess we can build a railroad there if we wanted to. I don't think we want to, though. Gonna have to make a paper kind of industry somewhere. Where has a lot of peasants? Guess I'll make it in New York. That sounds fine. Set it to auto expand. The reason why I'm spreading all these places out and setting them to auto expand is I'm trying to benefit from economies of scale. That'll help just having kind of localized thing, but it's less important for resources where eventually you'll build up to the max anyways. Gonna see what people are eating. Grain and furniture. So where, I know I had bonus for like American Great Plains, okay. For agriculture bonus. So Kansas, I'll build. Nebraska. You don't say they build corn in Nebraska. Don't wanna, but I think I have to. Well, no, we're not gonna stop bolstering them. We're gonna figure out how to balance this economy some other way. So is our revenue going down? It's not. So our expenses must be going up. Or there's less investment pool transfer, maybe? Why is that? Engines are expensive. I think we could try and build out of this though. We are paying 1k in interest. What happens if we increase taxes? It covers. We're gonna try and build out of this deficit. But the thing we really absolutely need to get cheap is gonna be iron. So we'll switch to mostly iron at the top of the queue, and then because that is our biggest construction good expense. If we can get iron cheap, we will try and import more, although I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, it's not. So Connecticut is upset, so let's do this. Because in order, we have to get both the North and the South happy, I guess. So all the Yankee places need to be happy. So now it's a matter of getting them on board. Trade unions want migrant controls. We're not doing that. Private health insurance would be nice. Do we not have pharmaceuticals? Yeah. I think we're gonna crank up the speed. move some of these to the top. Can't slow down progress. Gonna annex them. Probably some of that chain where we shouldn't be annexing them, but oh, this might mess up the Wild Wild West for us. Unless they back down. Mexico swayed, holy shit, we didn't want this. We're just gonna load. We didn't think that through. That was really stupid. I'm just clicking buttons now. Because we can't get devastation. Even if we annex them, then we will have a place with devastation. So like, I don't know, seems loose. Oh, we gotta expand the iron mines in Connecticut, or whatever. Oh, are we about to do that? So we need more loyalists in Iowa. Or we're gonna create more loyalists in Iowa. Reconstruction's so hard. Mexico's importing clothes from us. No. We're gonna protect our supply of clothes, I think. Oh. I was wondering when one of these would pop. Great Sioux Nation, you are about to be no more. Apologies, friend. Now, we gotta figure out how to get more iron. Well, we're making more iron, but how to get it cheap. Import every last bit, because that will help us bring this down. Let's see if there are any other more declared interests. Oh, Prussia. We can probably import from Prussia. I do think we want to kick some of these to the back, because we're going to need more steel to function that anyways. And we're going to add add another steel mill at the front. See if these guys also have like 60 defense or whatever. There's like this obscene. Yeah, why do they have such an obscenely high defense? The natives. Oh well. I guess they really like their territory. It's just adjustment for. Okay. Kick these textile mills to the back. Clothes are kind of now cheap for us. For a steel mill, we're working on that right now. We should auto dust that up pretty quick. Do we not have an event from the Wild Wild West? All pops, loyalists in all pops. Got it. So that means I'm gonna have to make African Americans happy too, as well as the Yankees. Reconstruction's a pain. It seems like it would have been better just to not provoke this. I gotta sneeze. But I can't. Looks like we are building out of this deficit. Owing money is not like the end of the world, because when you owe money, the people who collect the interest are your own pops, so it's kind of like a reverse tax. You just don't want it to get, you just don't want to enter some sort of doom spiral where you can't get out. But our construction cost was like 100k, and now it's come down a lot because we have made iron cheap, and we're making tools cheap. I want to switch to standing army. Trade unions will support, as will armed forces. So let's do a little government reform here. That's so painful. Why is it go down so much? Huh. I mean, we're not a parliamentary republic, but okay. Well, we can now enact private health insurance, so let's do that. This private health insurance is pretty good. What's unproductive? these level 1 iron imports. Importing paper from us, wild. Try and make some farms as an apology, I guess. Yeah, this is coming down quite nicely. Mainly off of construction goods getting cheaper, but I think we're taking in more money now. I think before we turn on crystal glass, we are going to need to get more lead. Subsidies. Something to keep a watch on as we build more railroads, though. Nice. More investment pool contribution. It's not a very big contribution, though. About to get nitroglycerin, and we're not going to be able to run it. How's this faring? Going up? We have to get coal, iron, and steel cheap. Iron's expensive, steel's expensive, coal's expensive. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be doing a lot of working on that. Luckily, nitroglycerin should help quite a bit with that, actually. We're not importing sulfur, are we? No, it's really cheap. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna switch our glass production. $250 more lead, that's so much lead. Notably, hiring, what's that? Machinists and engineers, which we need for our trade unionists. Because here we have, what is it? Machinists and laborers. And here we have machinists and engineers. So we'll switch all this over now. Nope, we can't afford. We need more lead. All the lead farms are finishing. We'll figure it out. don't have any discrimination, so we generally just want to take the loyalist bump. Alright, we are going to switch over on these to this process, and then we are going to use the nitroglycerin to make more sulfur first. Democratic Party and Free Trade Party, very nice, and also lead, because we will have a shortage of lead. And then coal. Not all at once. Just in Pennsylvania. And then we are going to need more. Or just monitor the price. Where did I put? Okay. Using nitroglycerin everywhere but in the steel mines, or the iron mines. Health taxes. Yeah, we could just take it slow. This thing's not going to stall out. And we don't have any other laws we need to pass. New government time. I think we're going to fail Reconstruction. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get more loyalists. Guess we could switch to focusing more on standard of living. Discrimination, so that's pretty freebie. I think we gotta figure out something to do with our diplo. They want to enter a trade agreement. What trade are we even doing with them? No, because they're taking fabric from us. Alright, so we want to get Wisconsin more loyalists, because that's what we care about now with the Reconstruction, is the non-Dixie states. Let's see if we can import iron from Prussia. Not really, Jesus. we're starting to make money again. I think as we finish these chem plants, we're going to switch over the rest of our iron mines here. Democratic Party and the Free Trade Party, and we're trying to pass private health insurance, so we have to keep the industrialists in government for this one. Wow, not very legitimate at all. I'm just gonna keep the Intelligentsia where they're at. Okay, wait. Maybe we could just we could run low taxes for a little bit. I know we're already in a deficit, but we're running out of time for the reconstruction. We can also enact migration controls to appease some of our pops for the movement, because we don't have discriminated pops anyways, so might as well. A couple things going on now. We want to build a government admin. Ooh, could use some railroads. Probably could bring up the price of Thomas Jess. Man, all of our guys are just a hot mess. I do want to switch to professional army, so actually maybe what we could do is this. And then we're poised to switch to professional army. Because who wants it? Trade unions and armed forces. Who opposes it? Rural folk. But trade unions are more powerful, so we'll put the trade unions in the government. This is the Unholy Alliance, trade unions, and industrialists. Oh, I should have kept that, despite it being unproductive. how's the reconstruction going? So we gotta get them nice and loyal up in the north. Trying to crank up the standard of living. What are you consuming still? Is it grain you care? Yeah. Should have a bunch of grain coming through. I think we're gonna crank some of these coal mines down to the bottom so that we get more consumer goods more quickly. Same with some of these iron mines. And most of these paper mines. And then we're gonna get to wheat faster. We want to help the people in Minnesota become more loyalists. Just take a look at interest groups, or interests. We have no discrimination, so that we get more radicals from discrimination is pretty irrelevant. I don't think we have lack of capacity, governing capacity we don't anywhere, so we'll just slap one of those down in New York, I guess. Maine does need a railroad. What government goods are expensive? Paper and clippers. We're kind of working on the first. I guess we could put paper clippers in the queue. Okay, now we got engine pumps. Oh, we're gonna need way more tools. I'm gonna turn on Pennsylvania coal. Actually, or whatever, we're gonna leave that on, but I think it's more important to do the iron. And gonna need a lot more tooling. God, we have such a fat queue though. Favor the north again. Really want to kneecap the southern planters, so yeah. Or the southern planters IG. Communist Hellscape is coming along a little bit. We've almost made the switch to, well, we've almost reconstructed, I guess. Well, we're trading with Prussia, but yeah, it's not our fight. That should be the evaluation. It's not our fight. Paper bleaching and bone china. Okay. We will use more dyes, but we're importing dyes, so that should auto-adjust. And we can switch to bone china, which again uses more dyes, but our dye imports should adjust. Now, maybe we have to import more and more dye. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, tech. That's right. Is that gnat spreading to us? No. Gonna go electricity. Now we are making money now, but I'm kind of tempted to add more construction. So we can build out faster. And once they put the tooling in, which they're about to, we can go into rural and start turning on more of these hemispheric or condensing engines. It's going to bring down the price of stuff, of iron. We do have to get iron, steel, and coal cheap. Yikes, engines are expensive. Trying to make the North be willing to accept the reconstruction. Man, we've gone backwards. They need to be 20% cheaper than base. Can we export liquor? Surprised we can't consume it. Don't want a trade agreement with them. They are stealing our fabric. Then we are going to turn on more of these if we can. I think we can turn on all of them, actually. There's not too much. workshops is going to be... We need more steel. For more tools. Also, we need to get steel cheap. Yeah, I did not research how to do these events beforehand, and I kind of wish I did. Or looked into it a little bit. We have this massive wall of farms coming up. Why don't we kick some of them to the top, actually? I don't care about New York. But this is going down. Oh, it's got to be the Dixie Homeland. I've been doing this wrong the entire time. Fuck. One of the... It either has to be not a Dixie Homeland state, or Loyalists have to be... Got it. We've been messing it up. We were doing it right the first time. Oh, that's so bad. I think we might fail Reconstruction now. Okay. Pure pain. We'll see what happens. I mean, this is the communist hellscape, so I guess maybe it's appropriate. Where has the most peasants? Georgia, we haven't put anything in. I guess we'll do Michigan, though. Gonna kick some of these coal mines to the bottom, or one of them, and some of these iron mines. I suppose, since I'm going to be building in Michigan, might as well build a construction center there. The Scottish are coming to Nebraska. Here's my bad Scottish accent. How much are we paying in subsidies? A little bit, so we'll start turning on. Oh, we can make sugar? Oh, we can. Alright, we're gonna turn on more railways. That is so that they're making them less profitable very intentionally. Awesome, we got private health insurance, and now it's time for professional army. Which will temporarily leave us super vulnerable, but that's okay. Mapuche, no, please don't. now we'll establish a colony here, and I think we will have a strategic region that we can, or strategic interest we can declare. Oh, we don't. I think we want there, actually. Grand Columbia is disappearing. We specifically are trying to avoid radicalism. Damn. I'm annoyed at myself that I can't read, and I've messed up the reconstruction so bad, I think. We're getting guys in, but it's not gonna be enough. We only got 3 years left. Trying to add more construction though. Put the construction and reconstruction. Don't really mind building a deficit. Trying to spend will make people happier with us overall. And these railroads are about to finish, so we are going to go into rural and switch some more of this over to, actually going to switch all of it, so we don't have to pay the subsidy. Well, I guess they're 6 weeks out. We're going to try and go in through Fang, or Loango, I think, because it's going to be our point of ingress into there. I mean, I think I'm gonna fail the event. Maybe not. So coal's kind of cheap. We gotta get iron down there. Discovered cold in Hokkaido. Finishing up some last why can't we do Luongo? Whatever, we can do this one, I guess. I don't know how we got specialist goods completed. Baking powder. Man, if I could read, this reintegration would be so much easier, but I can't, so it is what it is. Ooh, I definitely think we want to do this. More machinists and engineers, less laborers. I didn't even think about that. Well, I'll stop building government admins. And now I can definitely add more construction centers. We are trying to deficit spend to make our people happy. It's so amazing. It goes, go to details actually goes to the details. Wonderful idea. Gold fields depleted. Unfortunate. Of course, now means that we get to build a gold mine. Oh, we can bake dyes now. Port at the front. I think this might be where. Yeah. Man, even after that construction went through, we're still making money. This huge investment pool transfer change. I don't think we're gonna get it. I just like misread it twice, which is like twice as bad. Well, maybe not twice as bad, but it's bad. Certainly not good. Okay, what do we have to do? Lower consumption. Oh, we still have to get coal, steel, and iron cheap. Okay. Do I have all the PMs yet? No. Can I afford the tools? Probably not. Good to see we're running a slight deficit now, because I'm trying to spend my way away from radicals. I could decrease taxes for a while, actually. Just until the end of Reconstruction. Just try and get it through. Don't think it's gonna work, but... It's not the best to have them there, but I'm trying to decrease the radicals. We have some oil, we can do vacuum canning. We now have a professional army, cool. Gonna decrease their pay. Universal suffrage is supported by the trade unions. It's one step closer to anarchy. For communist anarchy hellscape. So this is one of the problem states. And more throughput, so I need the states back in, come on. There's no way. Alright, some tooling workshops finished, so I'm going to finish switching over the PMs. Hopefully that can sustain it. Just trying to maximize. Some of this stuff. I think they had a special bonus to throughput. No, not there. There it did. Or to hydropower. Is it only them? Okay. Now, who won? Was it the Democratic Party? Alright, we'll put him in. Don't think there's... Well, I guess we should have looked for what laws we want to do. Proportional taxation would be nice. Right? Yeah, we do make more under it. I think it's mainly the Industrialists and the Southern Planters that oppose. Southern Planters don't have too much clout. The Industrialists are currently out. I guess we just try and pass it, or we could try and pass universal suffrage, probably not. Yeah, let's just try and pass that through, and Iron Confederacy is not happy with us. What's all this about? Did expenses go up? No. Did income go down? Yes. Why did income go down? Income tax went down. Poll taxes went down. Tariffs, minting. Okay. Oh, because we decreased taxes, didn't we? Yeah, okay. Until the end of this. We will see, we will play up until we get this event and see how it goes. And then we will call it a stream. Still gotta have coal, steel, and iron cheaper. I think that challenge is only gonna get harder and harder as the game progresses, so... Right now we do have coal cheaper, though. Take the authority hit, we have a ton of authority. That is a good one. I don't think it's gonna matter. Hopefully this doesn't cause them to like fully secede or something like that. We gotta increase demand for electricity. My bad, guys. We're gonna switch to electric sawmills. Just a few places as we get it up and running. Should not be our priority right now. Our priority though should be iron and steel. We'll actually kick the coal to the back of the queue because coal is already pretty cheap. Tools are going to take more steel. So, I'm going to put some steel mills kind of early on in the queue. Looking to benefit from economies of scale. Pennsylvania can't use another railroad, so we're going to put steel somewhere else as well. Tennessee seems good. Man, if we didn't misinterpret it, we would have been able to do this, but it's gonna be tough now. Definitely the enactment chance. I didn't realize we had a blink. Well, he's dead now. Come on. Fuck. Tennessee was one that needs help. Why are you not doing well? I guess we could export booze. To make those buildings more profitable. Send it to Mexico, make some alcoholics out of our future enemies, because, you know, manifest destiny. $42 out of 49. Give me some Tennessee events. Tennessee is a problem. Gold rush. Is it actually going to be close? God damn it. Alright, electricity's super cheap. We're going to switch over some stuff. Tennessee, please. We're not gonna get it. I'm just gonna increase taxes back up now. Vermont's having some problems, Tennessee's having some problems. Oh, lucky tick. Hot damn. Now we can decrease taxes, actually, and then still making a ton of money. Classic American neutrality here. Yeah, we're only 8 weeks out. We're not gonna get it. There's no way. We messed it all up. Whoa. Build a ton of construction centers now, though, because construction centers go burr. Gonna see what's expensive in our market. Wow, softwood is so cheap. Steel is cheap. Oh, so we just have to get iron cheap now. Have a ton of infrastructure, have some there. We're building some there, we got some there. Let's give you a railroad. Oh, interesting. Well, I guess this is a decent result for us. We're more than happy to swap Dixie for African American. Alright, I think we have more African American pops in total. Alright, so, do we have a new... No. Do we have something in here? That is, organ... dispute. We need an interest in the Pacific coast, so maybe we can do that. And I guess we'll find out what that's all about next time. For now, this is going to be the end of our first episode of trying to make the communist anarchy hellscape. The entire time we have been empowering the trade unionists, who we will need in order to pass both command economy and, or I'm assuming eventually, and importantly, pass anarchy. So we've kind of just been progressing. We had ourselves a civil war, reconstruction, so kind of just starting for America. I definitely don't think it was the strongest start. I'm actually decently happy with switching African American, or switching Yankee and African American instead of Yankee and Dixie. I think there are more African Americans in the country. We could just take a quick look at the population, but primarily Yankee. Oh, I guess there's more Dixies, so I guess that is a bad outcome. Okay. I assume the other way around. And we recently got kind of lucky with getting proportional taxation ticks, so we have the best, basically the best laws, the best laws we can have right now. I don't think there's a single one we would want to change. I suppose we maybe want guaranteed liberties. In order to do that, we have to have protected speech. But for the most part, just kind of a nice little progression for our USA Commie Hellscape. So that'll be it. I will be planning on seeing, I think a good streaming schedule for me will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30 PST to 8:30 PST, so I'm going to try and see if I can do that, but not going to commit to anything in like a definitive verbal way because I don't do a lot of streams, but if you enjoyed the stream, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do the type of YouTube algorithm stuff, and have a good day. And then I have to figure out how to end this stream here. Ah, there's an end stream button. Goodbye.